Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be showcasing Drakheir. This game features VR spellcasting using hand tracking on the Oculus Quest 2. In this video, we'll explore the immersive experience of interacting with the virtual world using your own hands. So let's dive in. Keep in mind that this isn't a review. It isn't fair to judge or assign a rating to a game that is in its alpha state. There are bugs and a few performance issues. These are my personal opinions and reactions. I wanted to highlight this title for its unique VR game mechanics. When the dev team reached out and wanted me to check out Drakheir, the hand-tracked spellcasting had me curious. I'm generally more focused on PC VR, but I can't resist fantasy games that make me feel like a wizard. This game is currently available for free in its alpha state via side quests. My first impression of this game was very immersive seeing my hands in VR. Very similar to using index knuckle controllers for the first time. It's very liberating, enjoying VR without the need for controllers. The sound of Drakheir was a bit lacking. Lots of cutscenes didn't have sound effects, and there were lots of repeated voiceovers. But I was anxious to see how they approach foundational game mechanics without buttons or joysticks. There are limited options. When you start the game, you are guided through the story by a little fairy that rarely faces you. The hand tracking uses hand signs with gesture-based spellcasting. There's several offensive spells available and a defensive shield to summon. You start with a fireball you cast with your finger in traditional finger gun fashion. And as you progress through the demo, you can select scrolls with more element-based spells or augmentations to existing spells. Unfortunately, I noticed as more spells were added, the less reliable they became. The shield seemed to only activate when I was trying to cast offensive spells. I couldn't get the ice spell to work at all. I noticed most spells seemed to only favor the right hand. The left was mostly unresponsive to several gestures. As more enemies became active, the more inconsistent the spells were at casting. As I played through the demo, I felt myself getting slightly frustrated with the spell casting performance. It can feel immersive and engaging when it works correctly. The casting controls have their own challenges, but the locomotion system is in desperate need of optimization. There are two options for moving around the world. You can touch a gyroscope in the HUD and use your head position to move and slap it with your hands to turn your POV, or you can use hand controls to move around, both of which have slight issues. I personally found the open hand method to be the most reliable, but occasionally would get confused with other gestures and can only be used with the right hand. The gyroscope is placed in an area where you accidentally collide with it while spellcasting rather often. With the game being in the alpha state, they are still working on tracking reliability and optimizing of the gameplay. Also note, the game runs natively on the Quest, and the majority of my experience included recording gameplay. So there were some rather serious frame drops and tracking delays during testing. It seemed to be more reliable when I played without recording, but the Quest 2 still struggled a bit with multiple enemies attacking me. While this demo offers an incredible experience, there's still some challenges to overcome, such as occlusion and occasional tracking inaccuracies. This made accurate spellcasting challenging when the action started to pick up. I may have highlighted several issues with this game, but I love the overall concept of Drakheir. It's uplifting to see developers push the boundaries of VR mechanics. VR hand tracking opens up a world of possibilities, and I can't wait to see how it evolves in the future. One thing that surprised me was how much I missed the small haptic feedback that standard controllers offer. I wasn't aware of how important this is in VR, but this game made me aware of how much my brain uses that for intuitive reactions when immersed in gameplay. Despite the bugs, the potential this game offers is enormous. I'm excited to see where they take this game in the future and optimistic about the potential fun to be had in an optimized full version of Drakheir. Thanks for checking out my video. Share your experiences playing Drakheir with me below. Thanks, and level up.